Welcome everyone to my room tour. Hate to bring Olivia's editing corner right off the jump into the video, but I know you guys are noticing the therefore math symbol that's chilling on my face in this video. Just ignore it, okay? It happens. It's normal. My body's undergoing a lot of stress. It is final season. Give your girl a little break. Okay, on to the video. If you hear anything in the background, there's been construction going on for like 3 or 4 months now. We're just gonna have to deal because people are renovating their houses. This is the outside of my door. And now, we're in my room. So this is the entrance of my room. This is the first thing you see, I guess, when you close the door. So on here, we've got all of my bags, which if you guys watched my bag collection video, you would know about the bags on this door. Just saying. And I've got my Uniqlo black zip up that I wear all the time, and my lighter brown zip up that my boyfriend got me one year. I think it was for my birthday. If you can see behind the bags, the door is actually checkerboard. And the reason why is because in 2019, I spent like maybe a week measuring out each square, painting each square, Mod Podging each square just to get it to look like checkerboard. And at one point, I really wanted to make it a jukebox, but we just stuck with the checkerboard, and here we are. When you come over here to the side of this bookshelf, right when you walk in, this is what is on your right hand side. And so the top here is just a picture of a watercolor house that I did in a sketchbook a couple of years back. I've got some pictures of my family from Christmas time. This is actually pictures of my boyfriend and I at my prom. We did like this photo booth. The reason it's up like this is because my boyfriend prefers to not be on camera, so doing that out of respect for him. This right here is actually, let me explain. I believe it was this time last year or this time 2 years ago, there was a stray cat that kept coming around, and we decided to bring him in, and we realized that he was very, very sick. So we took him to the shelter, and they were like, you can adopt him once he's better, and just to make sure that our other animals don't get sick. If you don't know, I have a dog and a cat. At that time, I had just a dog and a cat, and so once they gave us the go-ahead, they were like, you can adopt now. We adopted him, and he still had his chronic respiratory illness. So we unfortunately had to bring him back to the shelter. We could not take care of him because what he had was contagious, and the last thing we wanted was for our senior cat to catch the illness. So we had to bring him back, and then a couple of months later, I received that in the mail. Then we've got this really, really, really tall bookshelf, and so we'll go from the top down. Up there are Funko Pops that I've collected, things that I've been given. They're gifts, stuff that I've also bought, but most of them are gifts, and I've just collected them and put them up there for safekeeping. But yeah, for a long time when I was like really young, I would get Funko Pops from like my favorite movies and whatnot. This next shelf here is quite bare compared to the other ones. We've got a red panda plushie that my boyfriend got me because he knows I like red pandas. We've got my Sony XM5's case, some notebooks for when I decide to write handwritten instead of digitally again, and I've also got this frame with an O made out of, I believe it's craft paper or cardstock, that my mom made. Next shelf is this one right here. We've got a lot going on. So on this shelf we have my Iron Spider Funko Pop. On top of it is this resin butterfly that my mom made me. These are 3 rubber ducks that my friends and I got when we went to an arcade place. And this I got from Fan Expo this year from a Smitsky, I think that's what they're called, Smitsky's blind box from the Indigo vendor at Fan Expo this year. I've got a bunch of books and a bunch of journals here. They're all organized by height. So we've got some Muji notebooks here, as well as just some regular novels and journals scattered in between. So you guys can take a look at the spines. These are a bunch of books that I haven't read yet that are on my TBR. From there, I picked up this. This is the wall collage kit. This basically just has a bunch of posters that I've hung around my room, for example, above my doors, as well as along this wall here. On the sides here, we've got a couple of trinkets. So to the left, we've got this little topaz bear that I was given by my cousin. This is a matching necklace that I have with my boyfriend. His actually broke, but that's mine. This is a luggage piece that my mom made me, my sister, herself, my aunt, and my cousin when we went to New York last year. So we just attached this to our luggage. Here's an ornament that I bought when I went to a market with my mom. A lot of the things in my room you'll find are things that I've bought from markets when I support local, because my mom and I do markets for her small business. Her small business will be linked below, and so a lot of the times I'll go around to different vendors and support them and buy stuff. I've got Minnie Mouse over here as well from when I went to Disney in like 2014, I want to say, and I got just a couple of necklaces. On this shelf, this one's kind of a mess, we've got Selena Kyle, which is another Funko Pop that I have. My boyfriend bought me this from Fan Expo this year because he knew that I'd like it. Look how cute it is. It's so cute. Next to it is this One Piece Luffy hat. This I actually crocheted. I crocheted, I believe, 2 more and an Anya hat from Spy X Family for my cousins for Christmas last year. I made them into keychains. I've got this linen spray, this eucalyptus linen spray. This actually really helps me go to sleep, so I really like it. Here's a jewelry box that I got from a vendor as well. It's just got a lot of my everyday jewelry in it, and I have my big jewelry box that I keep, again, just like a bunch of bracelets and earrings and rings and stuff like that. Behind Selena Kyle, I've got my cassette player as well as 2 cassettes. We've got, I believe, one of them, this is Joji. This is Joji's Smithereens album. And I've got Mitski. Beside it, I just have a little bag of extra sanitizer bottles, and I have my Animal Crossing cartridge there. The further you go down, I've got 2 more Funko Pops. So I've got Catwoman and I've got Groot. Next to it, I just have a room spray to make my room smell good. And behind these Funko Pops, these are some of the journals that I have here. I have a lot more that have been filled out, but they don't fit on this shelf. And I've also got some cute little like buildable things, like book nooks that you can put into your shelf that I just haven't finished. The shelf below is kind of the same thing. We've got some books and we've got some journals as well. This is my old statistics notebook that I'm gonna keep. I've got my Pokemon EX little booklets. Not ashamed, I've got 2 of them. And I've got this little box that I keep just some like older things in that I don't really need to look at a lot of the time, but like a lot of the times if I'm like, where is it? It's probably in here. On this last shelf here, I have this makeup box that I use to keep birthday cards, makeup, and a bunch of other little things as well. To the right of this, I have a notebook that I need to use, as well as binders with my Pokemon cards. Again, I'm not ashamed that I have binders full of Pokemon cards. Okay, they were my childhood. And then underneath, I've just got like my old MacBook and a couple of magazines. There has been construction going on at this house like diagonally behind me for about 4 months now, and I'm just wondering, when are you guys gonna finish? Because like every morning I wake up, it's like 7 and I just hear drilling and I'm like, okay, cool. Anyway, hopefully you guys don't hear it as loud as I do, because that would mess up the audio. When you walk in, you walk onto a rug. This is from IKEA. This shelving unit is also from IKEA. So right behind my bed is this utility cart, also from IKEA. And we've got my wonderful bookshelves, my book boxes. So at the top of this cart here, I've just got some of the things that I use the most. So I've got my makeup and I've got a lot of sunscreen. This is just a bunch of sunscreens. This is my sunscreens that I use daily. This is a body oil with sunscreen, face spray, that's sunscreen. And more sunscreens and my makeup and all that stuff. Down here is all of my camera tripods, all of my camera stuff that I might need. Phone microphones, I've got like 5 different kinds of tripods. That all basically just goes in there. And at the bottom here, this is just a place that I kind of like throw things. They don't really have a purpose, they just go here. We've got a bunch of, we've got 3 K-pop albums here and some journals and an old sketchbook and that jazz. This right here is the tote bag that I made with a couple of my stationary businesses products in it. Moving up to here, one of my favorite parts of my room. So on this shelf here, we've got all of the books that I've read, and these are some of my favorite books. So we've got, you know, Fourth Wing, My Dark Vanessa, these are The Hobbit and Frankenstein. Here's a Moleskine journal my boyfriend bought me. I recently got this for my birthday. It says, You've totally guac this. Super cute. Behind it is this frog with a carrot purse. Now this, I actually got in a market from one of the first markets that I did with my mom, and I think it's super cute. Here is a mug that I made when I painted pottery with my boyfriend, and it just has all of my bookmarks in it. Behind it, we've got more books. Basically this entire shelf is just books. And at the top here, we've got a crochet turtle that I also got from a crochet vendor. This I bought at Value Village. It's just a part of an IKEA cactus set. Next to it, I have my Skull Candy. I believe these are the Hush headphones. They're covered with Devoom speaker stickers, and I just lay them here, and I use them periodically every now and again. But these are like the first overhead headphones that I really used that weren't gaming headphones. I've got these string lights going across all around the box, and in between the two shelves I've got On the Come Up by Angie Thomas and a little journal underneath, just because I have a fear that this is gonna like fall down, so this is just to keep it in place. We've got a Cedric Diggory Funko Pop. I have a huge crystal here. On this side I have the Hunger Games trilogy, as well as a Harry Potter wand that I got from Universal this year. I believe I got Narcissa's wand. Then at the top here, we've just got a couple of more trinkets. So this I made for my birthday last year when I went pottery painting with my friends. These are 3 journals that I've actually finished up. I finished this one as well. This was my most recent journal. I was given this centerpiece from my boyfriend's mom, and she was like, I think this would be really nice in your room, and I took it, and here it is. I've got a butterbeer souvenir cup that I got from Universal this year, and Power from Chainsaw Man is just chilling in there. And again, behind it, we've just got some books. We've got the entire Harry Potter series, as well as some Stephen King books, and those up there as well. Going all the way to the top here, we've got my Divergent trilogy books that I haven't read, but eventually probably maybe will. I've got this mushroom here that smells really good, a fake plant from the dollar store, and my grade 8 grad pictures. Then we come to my safe space, my bed, and the artwork that comes along with it. This bed is the day bed from IKEA. It's got the 3 drawers. At the bottom, this I got from Miniso. This Squishmallow I got as a gift, and I believe I got this one as a gift as well. This is my boyfriend's childhood stuffed toy. This is a calendar that tells me what I gotta do every day, basically. And then we come on to the artwork that a lot of people ask me about, because there's just a whole lot going on here. These right here, again, are from that wall collage kit that I showed you earlier in the video. And every other art piece here, like these here, are from an art exhibit. I think it was an art fair from my school. That's where it was from. You can take a really good look at them. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I think it really ties the room together. At one point this room was very, very blank. This wall was very blank, and I think these pieces of art were just, they were much needed. These two, I believe this is Claude Monet. I think that's also Claude Monet. This is Van Gogh, and this I believe is also Van Gogh. And I think it just really pulls in all the colors of the room, and it also adds a pop of color too. I'm really happy with my choices. Hanging off of my bed, I just have 3 bags that I use pretty much every day. This is my Fjallraven bag. I've got my one from Amazon, my everyday bag, and I've got my Trader Joe's bag as well. Let's move on to this section of my room. So I've got 2 ukuleles. This one I got for Christmas a couple years back, and this one was my first ever ukulele. And sitting on top of it is a Leafeon hat that my friend gave me. On top of it is a Snoopy bucket hat that I got when I was in Florida. When we look to the left, we've got this door here that still has those wall collage kit pictures, and the door itself was supposed to be painted, but I kind of gave up on it, so it's just this one little mushroom in one of the panels on my door. But I just have 2 of my fall jackets that I use pretty much every day on my door handle up there. What is that called? Not door handle. Door hanger? You know what I mean. To the left, I have a painting that I did a couple of years ago, followed by my mirror, my full body length mirror here. On the top of it, I have this Paris paint by number picture that I painted a while ago, as well as this mirror having more leaf string lights. when you look down, this is what I consider the messy part of my room. This is where I did like all my small business stuff. So I have my Cricut Joy extra paper for my printer with my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera, my iPad, a mirror, friend's hat, and I'm not even gonna go through those. Like, it's kind of just a mess. Like, I just got like a bunch of stuff. My Mr. Bean plushie, how fun. This is an air purifier. This one's specifically for pets because I have 3 pets. I have 2 cats and a dog, and so there is hair everywhere. I have like pretty bad allergies, which is ironic because again I have 3 pets, but I'll take the allergies any day of the week if that means I can have my pets. So up here, this is where most of my trinkets are. We've got my 3 Uniqlo shoulder bags on the side hanging off of this ladder shelf that I got from IKEA, and it also has my Lululemon dupe fanny pack there. Up top here we have my mini fridge that I keep my like gouaches in that I like to use in the morning to depuff my face. To the right here we have a Pokeball with a Pokemon that no longer has ears. This is a little turtle that my boyfriend gave me that he got in Mexico when he was younger. Behind here is this really cute cat that my cousin brought back from Japan when he went to study abroad. And behind there is Leafeon. To the left here I've got a Bell keychain that actually broke that I put on my bag. I have a Rubik's Cube and a Groot brickhead, which is so cute. I've got a croissant jelly cat that I got from Fan Expo this year. I've got a fake plant from the dollar store, and I have Lego flowers that my boyfriend bought me as well for my birthday last year. Hanging off, I've got my Sony XM5s with green ribbons, and I've also got a couple of crystal necklaces here, as well as a necklace that I got from my grandmother at my baptism. This shelf is kind of a mess, I get it. This is kind of how it always looks. Basically, the only things that stay on the shelf are the aquaphor that's literally covered by my cat's hair. And I've got my books, a crystal tower, handheld fan, all of the comic books that I have, more books and journals behind here, perfumes. That's basically what's on this shelf. Yeah, need I say more. Down here is like my nightstand shelf. This is where I put like everything that I use at night. So I have my lamp, my Alexa, hand creams, deodorant, lippies, and nail polish. So this is like as nightstand as it gets. And then down here, we've got my phone, AirPod, and Apple Watch charger, the 3-in-1. Got a Neato Nice Cube. And I have the book that I'm reading. This is A Little Life. I've heard it's really sad, so I'm not prepared for that. I've also got my Canon camera case, my Kindle here, my Kindle Paperwhite, a nail kit, 2 battery chargers because this one is for this camera up here, and this one is for the one that I'm using right now, my Canon. I've got Advil bottles, and I've also got a little, okay, this is like the biggest lore drop. When I was younger, I loved American Girl dolls, and what came with one of the American Girl doll sets was like these little pull-out cubes that were so cute, and I was like, I need to use them for something. I can't just throw them away. When I tell you I've had that for over 10 years, I mean I've had that for over 10 years. And so in it is just a bunch of hair ties and scrunchies. Okay, next shelf, we've just got my vacuum, my handheld vacuum, lint roller, an extension cord, and then below that is just a junk basket that I've got like a bunch of cat stuff like nail trimmers. Got my 2 garbage cans there, and then we move on to my setup here. So this is my setup. This has changed quite a bit over the past couple of years, but it's been a staple in my room. My room used to have no space for anything. I used to have a double bed that would sit in the middle of my room, had no room for a desk, no room to even walk. And then finally when I got older and I was able to like redesign my own room, I got the day bed and then got the desk because I was like, your girl's a gamer, like I need a desk. So here's my desk. Desk is from IKEA. I've got my mouse pad that needs to be cleaned because cats and accidental pen marks on it. I've got my Logitech pop keys in the color Daydream keyboard, and I've got my Logitech wireless G305 mouse here. So I have my Owala that usually sits on a crochet coaster. Behind here, I just got my most recent journal that I use. Word searches because I love word searches. It's just a great way to like ground myself. And I also have like a research journal that I use to write down like a lot of research notes that I need. Cuticle oil here, a phone tripod, and these are the most important things, I would say, on my desk. So we've got my creative pebbles that I got on Amazon, a DJI speaker that my boyfriend got me for my birthday, a Blue Yeti mic, and we've also got my OLED. These are my monitors. The borders, I put washi tape around them, so they were actually black, and then I spray painted them to white, and then I covered the borders with washi tape just recently. I used to have a really old custom built computer, and then when my cousin got his new one that he built, he just passed this down to me. She's wonderful. I also have my HyperX headphones. I would really like the wireless ones, just because, well, the wired ones really get in the way, like really get in the way. They get in the way of my chair, they get in the way when I'm like walking around. It's just like the cord's just really long. And so I'm thinking of hopefully getting the wireless ones. Underneath my desk, I got this ottoman. This one I believe I got from HomeSense. It's just got like crochet stuff, my yarn, as well as like an old microphone that I have. I can't really control my cables. I can't, there's just too many, so I put it in this basket. That's like the best that I can do to keep them contained. And then to the back there I have more yarn to crochet. So on my actual PC, I've got this Bologna magnet that my cousin brought home from when he went to study abroad in Italy. And then next to it, I have this magnet that one of my friends gave me. Behind my PC, I have this IKEA pegboard. This used to be over there on that side because I don't like keeping it on the floor. It collects dust. But ever since I moved it here, it kind of blocks the pegboard. We've just got like some pencils and refills and highlighters and stuff up there. And then we go to my first shelf that sits on top of my setup. So we've got this plant that I got for my birthday, as well as a succulent that I got from IKEA. Then I have this webkin, the only webkin that I have living to this day. All of my other ones are gone. Here I've just got this organizer. Again, it's just like random stuff that doesn't really have a place, but like I put it in there anyway, so I'm not really gonna go through that. More dollar store plants, Pokemon tin. I've got a Muji notebook here, as well as a really large X-Men comic book. Up there I've got a light up sign that says Olivia. Next to it is my DJI speaker case, and it actually has like all of my Burt's Bees chapsticks. And then I have my record player that has my records. I have Queen's greatest hits, I have Michael Jackson's greatest hits, and I have the entire Grease soundtrack because that's my favorite movie. And then another dollar store plant. Around my room you'll also see these green lights. They're just string lights that are attached to that over there. Let me turn off the big light now. This is what my room usually looks like throughout the day with all the lights on. And yeah, so that is my entire room. That is my living space. I tried to make it as much like me as possible and make it as cozy as possible because this is the room that I reside in every single day of my life. So I think it's really cute. I'm slowly adding things to it, whether it be lights or more artwork and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it is right now. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Growing up, I like absolutely hated my room. I hated the color that it was. I hated how I wasn't able to walk in it. And so now I'm just really happy that I can even open my closet door fully. I feel like that was enough talking for today, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and please subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll see you soon. Bye everyone. Take care. Bye.